Hey, Gemini, welcome to the cottage. Happy birthday to you, Gemini sons. I hope you guys are having a good Gemini season. This reading is for those of you who have Gemini as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placement. Gemini, let's get an update on your love life. Let's see what's going on, Team Gemini. See what's going on to Geminis in Gemini season. Happy Gemini season. Let's take a look and see what's going on. By the way, Gemini, I do offer personal readings. The link to book a reading with me is going to be found below this video, www.enchantedcottage333.com. I would love the opportunity to read for you. That being said, Team Gemini, let's take a look and see what's going on in your love life and see what you can expect in the future. We're going to do all of that. Let's take a look. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on in Gemini's love life? What's going on for Geminis involving love and romance? Love and romance, Gemini. Oh, good God. What in the Three of Swords is up with this thing? Three of Swords, Moon in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. There is a person in your energy, Gemini. All right, we got third-party energy here. We know that. We'll get to the root of that in a minute. But there is a big wah, wah, wah in this person's energy. They feel like they have done something to blow it with you. The moon in reversed, I was a fool. I made a fool of myself. They may have dealt with a third party and that was the foolish move, whether it was cheating on you or dumping you for somebody else or rejecting you for somebody else. And now they're in this Four of Cups in reverse energy. I fumbled Gemini and that was the worst thing I could have ever done. I fucked around and now I have found out. Why do they say that? Why do they say they Fafo'D, Gemini? Why are they telling me that? Why are they saying that? Why do they feel like they've lost you? They may have thought they were getting away with something and that they were whatever they had done, they still had you in their energy or they could come toward you at a later date. I think they took this for granted. They underestimated you, Gemini. Never underestimated Gemini. Cross-watcher. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, you may win a few battles with Gemini, but they're going to win the war. Gemini playing chess, you eating crayons. I'm just saying. All right, Four of Cups here. And if you don't like that and you're a cross-watcher, well, don't cross-watch. All right, go watch your own sign. I'm talking to the Geminis right now. Gemini, Four of Cups in reverse. Why? Because they saw something. You got involved with somebody new or they think you have. Page of Swords, Ace of Cups, High Priestess in the reverse. Did they reach out to you or did they want to? Or did that somebody told them? They found out something. Or they think they have. In their mind, they have found out that you're dealing with a new person. That you're about the new. They feel like they have blown it with Gemini. Good God Almighty. They feel like they fumbled Gemini. They underestimated you and they fucked around and found out. Boy, oh boy, Gemini, what happened? Give me the backstory leading up to this. What happened here, Gemini? Page of Wands, Empress. Oh boy, there you go, Gemini. You were playing chess and they were eating crayons, weren't you? You're the Empress, they're the Page of Wands. They have this complacency and they think they can just flirt their way into the life of an Empress or Emperor, whichever you are. Okay, I'm looking at the bridge here, the Page of Wands and the Empress, just so you know. Those are very informative many times. They feel like they can just talk their way right into your life, okay? That's how they felt. That's some of the backstory here, okay? They felt like they could just, you guys may have had some good banter with that Page of Wands. And you love that, okay? I know that. And that for Geminis can be like catnip until it's not. Until it's not. And that because they see beyond the flirts and they see the real person. And Gemini all of a sudden gets serious then. You meet the other twin. Yeah, the little fun, flirty Gemini gone. You're dealing with a grown-ass adult behind all that fun flirtiness sometimes. Not always. We can be a mess, Gemini, but not always. But in this case, whoever I'm reading for, that's what's up. Tell me more about the backstory. Tell me more about the backstory. Whoo, look at there. When the truth came out, Gemini, Tower. No wonder they're feeling like they blew it. They had I don't care what they were doing, Gemini, when they with that third party over there, okay? I don't care what it was seeming. They had all their eggs in your basket. 10 of Pentacles. And because they felt like that eventually you would be the one that they would spend their life with. Well, okay, you can't go around Page of Wands and think you're going to spend your whole life with an Empress or an Emperor. The math does not math. 4 of Wands in the upright. That felt like you were home. That when everything was said and done, you were their life partner. You guys are, but boy, did they ever make a fool of themselves. Boy, did they ever have water poured on their, it rained on their parade, didn't it? With the Fool card in the reverse. Here's what they thought. 2 of Cups. And I'm going to tell you this, Gemini. Do I think you had feelings for him? You did. You may still. I think there was a point in time, Gemini, you were all in too. But somewhere along the way, you saw this person for what they were, Page. You saw behind the banter, the fun, the frivolity, the flirts, that was like catnip for you. When you peeked behind that curtain, just like in The Wizard of Oz, you saw it was just a facade. Just bullshit. There was nothing behind it. There was nothing of substance there. So you were like, man, I'm out. I'm out. Amen in reverse. I'm out. I'm not even thinking about this anymore. I'm moving towards something that's more mature. King of Wands. You may have your eye on a new person. They may be right. You may be dealing with somebody new, and this could be predictive. Wheel of Fortune. Gemini says life goes on, and so do I. No wonder they're over here burning. No wonder they're over here burning, Gemini. Let's see how you feel about this thing. How do you feel about this thing, Gemini? How do you feel about this thing? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. How do you feel about this thing? Are you really done? Or is there a smidge of you, Gemini, that gives a fuck about this thing? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I know you don't want them to know if you do. I know you can, if I know you, Gemini, and I do, I'm a double Gemini. Even if you do give 1% of a fuck, or 100, you could be on any part of that place on that numerical spectrum, Gemini. But one thing I know about you is you ain't letting nobody know if you care. You ain't letting nobody know. Now, just because you care, you might still not entertain this. You're going to see where you are on this thing. You can care about a person and still know they don't get to be in your life, right? Let's take a look. Let's take a look where you are, Gemini. Gemini. 9 of Wands. What does that tell me? You obsess over this, don't you? You don't tell anybody. You don't open up about it. You can't shake this, and you wish you could. It's like Auntie Karen. I bang my head against the wall, knowing it's going to cause me a headache, and I keep doing it anyway. Why is this person the hot stove, Auntie Karen, that I cannot stop touching? And I'm not saying that you get back with them. I'm not saying that at all. But I think you think about them. You may watch their social media. You and I are talking about them. You're spying on them in that way right now. So you do care. Tower in reversed. You are in, good God Almighty. Gemini, you're balls deep in this energetically. 10 of Pentacles. But why is the Tower here in Gemini's energy in the reverse? 2 of Swords. You're not, okay, Temperance in the reverse. Here's the thing. I get where you are. You do care. You do care. You think about this a lot. But I think you're also in this energy of, Auntie Karen, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to move toward this person, because if I do, it's a disaster. And it's a disaster. There's just no hope for this thing. Temperance in the reverse, Two of Swords. You feel like this person can't see the truth. You feel like they can't see the forest for the trees. You feel like you feel like this thing is just hopeless, all right? And because of that, you're in this energy of, yeah, I care. Yeah, I am all in this thing. I'm balls deep in it emotionally and energetically and in every other way. But I refuse to experience this tower. This is a disaster I would just as soon avoid. So I'll just sit over here and be energetically invested and not do anything. But actually, I get it. So I'm not going to beat you up about that. I get it. I get it. Given everything I've seen here, I don't think that's a bad place. But now you do need to heal from this and let it go regardless. You need to get out of this Nine of Wands bullshit. And shadow work will pull you out of that. Regardless of what happens with you and this person, or if you stay single the rest of your life, or you go with somebody new, shadow work all the way. All right? Do the work. Even the cards are saying that. Eight of Pentacles. Now, I want to see this person's next action towards you. All right? That's what I want to do. I want to see what you can expect from this person, Gemini. What can Gemini expect from this person? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What can you expect, Gemini? What can you expect? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What can you expect? What can Gemini expect from this person? What can Gemini expect from this person, please? What can Gemini expect from this person next? Give me their next move toward Gemini in this connection. What is their likely next action? What is next? What is next? What is next from this person? What is next from this person? Gemini, their next move is to double down on bullshit. Bullshit. Their next move is to double down on bullshit. They may try to make you jealous. I see them taking action, but it's not productive and it's not proactive. So it's more of, let me try to trigger Gemini or get Gemini to reach out to me or do some stupid shit or make Gemini jealous or whatever. Now, if that doesn't work, their plan B is to reach out to you in a very light, friendly way. Hey, Gemini, I was just going to see how you were doing. Hope everything's going well in your world. How's your job? How's your mom and them? How's your sister and your brother and your kids and your dogs and whatever? I mean, just they'll find a reason to ask about something stupid. Do they want you back? You're damn right they do. Are they going to tell you? That would be a negative. What they are doing is checking the temperature to see how cold it is over in Gemini land, okay? And depending on how you respond is how they're going to progress with this thing, all right? Now, what I want to do is this. I want to delve deep into this person and see why they are so ingratiated in doubling down on bullshit rather than leveling up. I want to also look at whether they may level up in the future and have some sort of a light bulb moment, Gemini. And then ultimately what would happen with you guys long term. And we will also do the All Signs Cross Watcher. Join me on Patreon for all of that, because that's where we're going from here. The link for that is below this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, Team Gemini. You know I love you to the moon and back. You're my tribe. See y'all over on Patreon. Take care.